Hi there, it's Rhonda from Beck's Bakery. This is about my 10th try. I'm gonna get this right this time. It is 61 degrees in the bakery. That's why I'm wearing a jacket. I will be turning on the ovens later on and it'll warm up really, really nicely. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that we have two specialty breads this week that we'll have at Farmer's Market. You can order online at shopbecksbakery.com. This week we have Einkorn with sesame. That is the bread subscription bread. Einkorn is an ancient grain, and it's we can grow it up here. And Farmer Marvin did grow it this year, but it's at the grain cleaning facility. It needs to be husked and then cleaned. Cleaning means removing weed seeds and little sticks and odds and ends and things like that. But it's not ready yet. So I'm using einkorn berries that I get from Keith Justo Baking Supply, and the einkorn probably was grown in Montana. It's organic and it's really yummy. We've used it before. So, but I can't wait till we can get the local stuff. It'll happen. It'll happen soon. Included in the einkorn are corazon chops. And corazon is an ancient grain. I have it right here. This is how I make chops, and I'll show you I'll show you more about this. But the corazon is from it's another ancient grain. It's from the Fertile Crescent. You might know it as kamut. It is high protein, really hard, big grain. But it doesn't have very good gluten forming capabilities. That's, kind of a factor of an ancient grain that they often don't do. They don't make fluffy loaves of bread. So the corazon chops are a chop is similar to like a steel cut oat, which is where you have the grain and it's kind of cut up into 2 or 3 pieces. This particular mill, this hand mill, well, it actually it's not as even as a steel cut machine would be. So this is what it will look like when it comes out of there. So I don't know, it's definitely not fine. It's definitely not flour. But to use these chops in the bread, I'm going to pour boiling hot water on them and let it soak overnight. That's called a soaker. And that's going to just provide some different textures and flavor profile and nutrition to the grain. But let me show you how it's done. So I apologize in advance. The table is going to vibrate, so the phone will probably vibrate too. But here we are. So there's probably about 1.5 pounds of grain in this reservoir, and it'll take me about 10 minutes to do that. Last week I think I had maybe over 10 pounds of grain. And it took me forever to get that milled, hand milled. But and my arms were fatiguing, and I had to take breaks and stuff like that. But it was fun. I felt like a badass doing it. But anyway, that's what I do to make chops. We have a lot of chops and different breads that I make here. But now you know what that is. It comes from this thing here. So the other bread that we have is a Danish rye. It's a new to me formula, and I've been working on it for a couple days now, and it's really great flavor. I'm really excited about it. And the name, I went down this whole Google rabbit hole today trying to figure out how to pronounce it. It's spelled Rugbrod. That looks maybe like a rugbrod, but that ain't how you say it. Okay, I'm going to do a very poor job of trying to say it, and I apologize in advance to my Danish friends. I think it's something like woolbull. And then there's another one that said it was Upoi. Those are nothing like how this is spelled. But anyway, go down that rabbit hole yourself and see if you can figure out how to say it. So like I said, you can get these on the e-commerce site. The other thing is that the bread subscriptions are open, and you get a little bit of a discount when you commit to 8 loaves. That's how long the subscription is for. You get a different loaf each week. The customers who have been doing this seem to really love it and enjoy the variety, and they get to try new things that they probably wouldn't have selected themselves. And they're pretty much always like, this was really a lot of fun. So if you sign up for this, it really helps support the bakery. It helps me, it helps predictability around labor costs and ingredient costs and things like that. And then it's also, you will always have your bread at the farmer's market. It'll be waiting for you. And if you can't make it 1 week or a couple weeks, I'll just pop it in the freezer. Just let me know and I'll throw it in the freezer, and you can pick it up on another time. So please consider subscribing to the bread, or doing a bread subscription. I do, they last 8 weeks, and I do them every, I do them throughout the year. And then lastly, I'm looking for a baking assistant. I need help making pastries, crackers, granola, milling flour, doing deliveries, occasionally assist with breaks at the farmer's market. It's pretty flexible schedule. The person who's currently doing the job, sometimes they work 10 hours a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. Often it's just really flexible. So I'm looking for somebody who is a self-starter, has had some experience doing production baking, or at least working in a restaurant. You need to have a current California driver's license, and you must be vaccinated against COVID. So if you are interested, please send me an email at info@bexbakery.com. And if you know of somebody who might be interested, please let them know about this position. Send them, a link to this video, or send them a copy of the bread letter so they can watch the video. So anyway, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.